morning. I'm Mayor Tommy Roberts. Welcome back to the Mayor's Table. My guest this morning is Shauna Reeves, who is the Director of Communications at the City of Farmington. Shauna, it's good to have you back again.
Mayor, thanks for inviting me. I love spending my mornings trash talking with you.
Well, good. We will try to avoid that as much as we can in this session, but we'll resume it after we complete the video, I think.
Yeah.
Shauna, important event coming up here at the City of Farmington, October 21st and 22nd. That's the Fall Dumpster Weekend, and I want you to tell our viewers a little bit about the weekend activities.
Well, a lot of you celebrate this weekend, not because it's an easy weekend, but because we get to get rid of all of the yard trimmings and cleanings and the things around our garage that we keep staring at that we know we need to get rid of. So the exciting thing is that this coming Saturday and Sunday, and I want to just double check the date, but October 21st and 22nd, we are going to have our dumpster weekend and our household hazardous waste day. And so get cleaning and get those trailers loaded.
How long have we had this event in the City of Farmington? It seems like forever. It's gone back a lot of years, but it's an event that's very popular and very much looked forward to. Mm-hmm. How long have we been doing it?
Well, I'll break them apart because I did get some information from Debbie Homer. She's Farmington Clean and Beautiful. She works in the Parks and Recreation Department. And also Ruben Salcido, he's in charge of the Household Hazardous Waste Day. So for those of you out there listening to us, Dumpster Weekend began approximately 20 years ago. Mm-hmm. So it does seem like a long time. It's been at Berg Park since 2002. Household Hazardous Waste Day, it began around 2001, and it was at two locations. One location is in Aztec, and the other one used to be at American Furniture, the plaza there. But in 2016, we moved it to San Juan College.
Okay, and then the dumpster weekend again is at Berg Park?
It is, and it's 2 days. It's Saturday and Sunday, but Household Hazardous Waste Day is only 1 day.
Okay, let's talk first about Fall Dumpster Weekend, the 2-day event at Berg Park. What kind of materials will be accepted?
Well, we have a flyer here, and one of the things is they can take yard trimmings and waste. So if you pick up your fall leaves or you cut branches or prune trees back, they can take those. They cannot take the Russian olive and the pyracantha, though, so those need to be set aside and taken to the landfill. Scrap metal, non-hazardous trash, cardboard, dried paint, electronics and televisions, and then AC refrigerated units and tires.
And then the Household Hazardous Waste event, a single day only, that's Saturday, October 21st. What kind of materials can be disposed of there?
They take batteries, light bulbs, antifreeze, auto fluids, including your brake fluid, gasoline, if you have gasoline you need to get rid of, household cleaners, fertilizers, insecticide, weed killers, wet paint, things like that. They don't accept, neither of those locations, Dumpster Weekend or Household Hazardous, will accept concrete bricks or biomedical waste or radioactive waste. If you have explosives or compressed gas, those locations won't take those types of things. But your everyday household items, you can dispose of them at either of these events.
Okay. I think you mentioned to me that this is a City of Farmington sponsored event, and I would imagine it takes quite a few people to participate, to pull it off effectively and efficiently. About how many people will be engaged in this effort over the 2 days?
Well, we'll have, I know a lot of the Parks and Recreation staff come out, probably 15 to 20 of those, and then we have volunteers on top of that. And so it's a long 2 days for the dumpster weekend. And then the Household Hazardous Waste, that's a combination of Ruben Salcido and his staff, probably anywhere from 5 to 7 people, plus the company that they contract with, which is Advanced Chemical Treatment. We just shorten that down to ACT. They come up out of Albuquerque to help us run that and then take those materials back with them.
Okay, so what happens to the materials that are disposed of during the dumpster weekend at Berg Park? Do you know?
I do. A yard waste that's collected, it goes to the Parks and Recreation as a big tub grinder, and they just grind it down and use it for mulch. So if you bring your yard collections, that's what happens. Scrap metal, the vendor will keep for recycling. Household trash, Waste Management will just haul that to the landfill. So in many cases, you're just saving yourself a trip to the dump. If you have electronics, the vendors will recycle all of those parts. And then refrigerators, the coolant gets extracted and recycled, and then the metal is recycled.
And then the materials that are disposed of during the household hazardous waste, you say those are essentially trucked off out of the community.
They are.
And disposed of in some fashion.
They are.
Do we know what becomes of those products?
We sure do. I have a little thing here that Ruben gave to me, and forgive me everyone for looking at this, but if a household chemical is, it just depends on what it is, but antifreeze, that gets solidified and then it goes to the landfill. There's also some like flammable gas that gets incinerated. So it's very interesting. There's flammable liquids. It's called energy recovery and fuel blending. So a lot of it is incineration, recycle, or it gets solidified and then taken to the landfill.
Okay.
But we do need a company to do that for us.
Do you have any idea what our city budget is for these events?
I do know that Ruben said that they, in particular, budget $50,000 for the household hazardous waste to happen twice a year. And I don't have figures from Debbie Homer, but...
And then how many times do we hold the fall dumpster? Well, only once during the fall, I suppose. But do we have a spring dumpster weekend as well?
We do. We do have a spring dumpster, so we hold that annually, twice a year.
Twice a year for
both
dumpster
events.
weekends. Yeah. Well, it's a popular event. Both of these are popular events. Do we have any numbers that indicate the level of participation that we've had in the past?
We do, and our community will be happy. You guys will be shocked at all the garbage and things we collect, which tells us this is a needed service, and I'm glad that people take advantage of it. So on the dumpster weekend, check these numbers out. Average waste from just yards, 30 yards, 10 is usually from the public, and 20 gets used from the parks and recreation sites, so things that they also pick up in our parks. Scrap metal, average 50 tons gets collected. Household trash, on that weekend, about 76 tons of trash, so people are taking advantage of that. They don't have to drive all the way out to the landfill. Electronics, 34,000 pounds of electronics. And then refrigerators, about 95 when we do collect refrigerators. So that's a lot. I don't know how often people replace their refrigerator. But
those are pretty impressive numbers.
I think so.
So again, we know that it's a service that is appreciated by members in our community. They take advantage of it.
They do.
And it's a good service to provide. Let's conclude this segment by just restating the dates and the times and the places.
Sure. Well, everyone, get your trailers loaded because it is October 21st and 22nd, so that's just this coming Saturday and Sunday. Dumpster weekend is from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m., both Saturday and Sunday. Household hazardous waste is from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Saturday only. And there are 2 locations, so please look on our social media websites and our website to get the flyer. It'll be out there for you all.
So dumpster weekend at Burke Park, and then household hazardous waste at San Juan College and at the San Juan County offices in Aztec.
That's correct, sir.
All right. Shauna, I appreciate you being here. We can go back to the trash talking here in a few minutes, and it's good to have you as a guest again and with important information. I want to thank all of you for joining us here again at the Mayor's Table, and we'll look forward to seeing you again next Monday.